Listen, you know what time it is. It's time for another episode of your favorite new podcast entitled We Hate You, Internet! All right, gather around once again. Now you may be thinking, man, this place looks a little different than before. That's correct, because we are in our new home here at the Content Creation Factory. It's a place in Houston, Texas, where your creativity is assembled. And this is We Hate You Internet. It's our new home. This is We Hate You Internet. It is a podcast designed to bring awareness to some of the problematic effects of the internet on our lives, as well as celebrate the beautiful simplicity of our humanity. My name is Wilfred. I'm your host. Sitting alongside me, okay, you know who she is, you know what I mean? But you may not know she come in wearing boots, and not just any regular pair of boots. One thing I noticed immediately when she started working, I heard the jingle, and I looked down like, whoa, her boots have a belt. With a buckle and everything. Like, it's like she is truly a fashionista.
Thank you.
Her name is
Clara Aguirre. Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate the little belt. Rodeo ready, you already know.
I had no respect. I had no choice but to respect the situation. Clara Aguirre is in the building. And listen, okay, so we want to start off real quick. One thing that I said I was going to do is really start trying to jump into the content a little bit faster. I get to run my mouth a little bit sometimes. Anybody that knows me knows I like to run my mouth a little bit. And so we just want to say thank you always to all those who have supported us along the way. We are gaining steam for this year already.
I know. I looked at our followers. We were up like what, 11.7, 8K the last time I checked.
Actually, currently it's 12,000. 12?
12?
Don't sell us short, lady. Come on,
12.
Don't sell us short.
Oh, wow.
That was
quick.
Lady. Come on.
That's quick. I swear. I just seen it. That's awesome.
You blink twice and you miss it.
I swear. Yeah. No kidding. That's awesome.
Kidding. And we also started our campaign, Road to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, please go on to do that. We've jumped 75 subscribers in January. Great start. You know what I'm saying? But we got. I know we got a little more steam. We need people to come on. Those that have been watching in the shadows, we need you to go ahead and subscribe for us. It's real easy. All you do is hit that button that says subscribe.
Yeah, it's okay. Come out. Come join us.
There you go. Don't be afraid. Come on out.
We don't bite.
If you're listening on the audio side, we thank you for that support as well. We're also picking up steam on that side as well. Rate the show, review the show. You know what I'm saying? It helps us to reach the next human being. So do that. Now, if you're listening, go ahead and go to YouTube and help us in our campaign as well. Road to 1,000 subscribers. It's on.
We got this. We got this. We can do it.
Said,
we got this.
Listen to her. She's smart. She knows things. All right, now I said we're going to run them out. Today, we want to talk about handling heartbreak. That's what we're talking about today. It's one of those things in our society, especially as it's currently constructed, that is a major problem. It's been a while since we had an episode dealing with relationships and things like that. Like I said, we want to try at least once a month to have like a relationship episode, because it's really hot. There's a lot of people having a lot of issues with that, and so we wanted to kind of address some of those things. And I think that this particular topic is one that can be really beneficial for people, not only in their romantic relationships, but any relationships for that matter. Because I think that really, when you start to boil it down, that is the root of the issue that people have. You know what I'm saying? When their relationships aren't working the way that they desire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we, if you go back to Disney movie fairy tale, right? Everybody wants that happily, and they lived happily ever after. You know what I mean? They dance away in gowns and
that dream ending
in the clouds like Cinderella and them. Oh no, that was Sleeping Beauty. They dance away in the clouds at the end. You know what I mean? The end. You know what I mean? That's what everybody wants. And so, but the reality is that relationships don't work that way. You know what I mean? And if you go into a relationship expecting perfections and happily ever afters, you're going to be disappointed. You know what I mean? And even for those that aren't looking for perfection and aren't living in fantasy, unfortunately, you find yourselves in situations where you've trusted a person and they've let you down. You know? And that heartbreak or the breaking of the heart is a really very tough and difficult thing to deal with.
Some people don't get out of it, you know?
Yeah. And so we want to kind of, like I said, we want to kind of address those things. The one thing that I want to say, I want to start off the top, is just expressing the importance of accepting that every situation that you encounter in your life will not end the same way that the situation that broke your heart did. I think that's the one thing that is super important, because people often take that pain. We talk about trauma on multiple episodes.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, like, so when you have heartbreak, it's a traumatic experience, and you carry those things with you into your future relationships, and it sabotages any potential good thing that you could have because you're so guarded. We've talked about that, about the necessity for being vulnerable. In order for you to have a real fulfilling relationship, you have to have vulnerability, but it's that fear of pain, the fear of being hurt, that causes people to be guarded. You know what I mean, to put up these walls and these barriers and these borders, and you think that it's keeping you safe,
but you're actually,
go on, lady.
Yeah, no, you're actually like causing a lot of damage. You're actually sometimes even on the attack. Before somebody hurts you, you want to hurt them before they get to you. You know, I feel like something you see a lot.
Yeah. Go ahead, lady. Go. I know
No, go ahead.
I saw your eyes. I saw your eyes. You do this thing where you be like, and I know that you ready to drop some hot fire.
I think it's we talk a lot about like relationships, like boyfriend girlfriend or whatever, heterosexual relationships and so on. But I think even people always make jokes here and there, like, oh, she's got mommy issues or daddy issues. He's got mommy issues or daddy issues. But that's also kind of significant in the way that you go about meeting people. Like you really do need to take some time to kind of allow yourself to unravel those things. Like who is it that you really have these feelings of, I don't know, maybe disappointment for, and really take the time to unpack that, because that can be something that is preventing you from just allowing yourself to have the opportunity. And like you mentioned, I mean, that one disappointment, it's not a predictor of what's going to happen next. I know that we use that for survival as humans. Like we learn as we go, and something that hurts us, we don't want to do it again because, okay, that thing hurt me, but you have to keep trying, because there's something more to life than just failure. You know, there's also successes, and you have to just keep going, because you might end up finding that special moment, that special person, that whatever, that opportunity. So.
You mentioned something just a few minutes ago, super powerful. You said that, and sometimes people go on the defensive, but then other times people go on the offensive.
Yeah.
And they, in order to protect themselves, they attack and destroy anything that they see as something that could potentially get too close. And it's counterproductive to what it is that they want. You know, I've known a couple of people like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you mentioned another thing too, like people have issues that may not even be romantic in origin, you know what I mean? But it's because of the pain that they felt that it manifests itself in any relationship with anybody. If they feel like they're going to get too close, they self-sabotage the situation. You know what I mean? I remember back in story time. I remember, back when I was in sixth grade. Now, like I said, this is, everybody got an origin story. You know what I mean? This is mine.
Okay.
This young lady, I'm not gonna mention her name because she may watch the show. I'm gonna keep you anonymous, girl. But I had my eye on her for quite some time. I was unsure whether if the feelings were mutual. You know what I mean? I finally one day built up the courage to let her know that, you know what I mean, I liked her. I stayed on the bus, you know what I mean, well past my bus stop. That's the level of dedication I showed. She was like 8 streets down, you know what I mean? But I was willing to see it through. And so we began this conversation, and you know, we got all the way down to her bus stop, and then you know, we were talking and everything, and then I was like, hey man, I think that you're pretty. And she's like, oh. I was like, I like you. She's like, I like you too.
Oh.
It was a wonderful day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we like, you want to be my girlfriend? She's like, yeah.
Aww.
I was like, man. So then like, it was funny because you all nervous, and young men can relate to this. You know, I was all nervous at first, and then like, she's like, all right. We was like, all right, bye, you know, whatever. And she runs off to her friend. She's like, oh, like she was all excited. And I sat back. I was like, yeah,
You feel like you're the man.
You know?
In 6th grade, you feel like you're the man.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I do. Anyway, fast forward a couple of weeks, we had the school dance, right? We're still boyfriend and girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? My daddy, you know, give me a little suit that I can wear. I'm you know what I'm saying? I got me a cup of bun, you know what I'm saying? First time ever. I'm looking fly. I'm feeling good, you know what I'm saying? But dad, my brother gave me a little spray on, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The scent is right.
Out here looking fresh.
Yeah, man. I go to the dance, you know what I'm saying? I get there a little early. She ain't there yet. I say, it's no sweat, you know what I'm saying? She get herself ready for your boy.
Oh my God.
She comes in, I'm like, yo, I'm excited. She look nice. I'm like, you know, music is playing, we vibing, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you want to dance? She's like, no, I don't want to dance right now. Well, okay. You know what I'm saying? You know, another song come on, it's kind of, you know, got a nice little beat to it. You want to dance? No, I don't want to dance. I'm like, that's peculiar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like I went to get some refreshments, and I come back, and then she's dancing with this other guy. I was like, what is this hussy?
Oh my God. Did you drop the refreshments as you saw?
No. I had too much pride for that.
Was it a cinematic?
No, I had too much pride for that. I get down like that. But I ain't gonna lie though. I really liked her. Like I know this is kids. This is kiddie stuff, right?
Yeah.
But this is one thing I was having to come. I want to go into a different story, but like, love is simple. It really is. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that when you're a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see somebody, you like them, like that feeling that you have, like, man, I just like being around them. They make me happy. Like, it's really just that simple. You know what I mean? And it's these simple interactions that can build lifelong bonds. You know what I'm saying? Come on, lady. You don't let me finish?
I'm gonna let you finish. Yes.
Don't lose it, dog. I saw it.
No, I won't.
Don't lose it. Yeah, last time you was like, I
know.
lost. Anyway, that really hurt my feelings. You know what I mean? Like, because I really liked her. I thought she liked me. Now, of course, like I said, it's kiddie stuff, but this is the kind of this story. It can be amplified into a lot of different areas, but it's the same concept. You were open and you were vulnerable, and this person didn't reciprocate. Mm-hmm. And like apparently, like she liked this kid. He was in 7th grade. You know what I mean? And so, and she apparently had been liking him for quite some time. Apparently, I was just a fill-in.
Dang.
You know what I mean? A consolation, so to speak. But then she got a true prize. And for a while, like it really like it hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it made me like nervous about like, you know what I mean, if people really like me,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and you're nervous about it, like, and I think about that because I told myself afterwards, like, okay, listen, you know what I mean? Like, every girl is not this girl. Every situation is not this situation. And the one thing I always tell myself, and I tell my kids, like, I'm capable of love. So then that means I can't be the only person on earth capable of love. Mm-hmm. There got to be somebody else that want the same thing I want. I just got to keep trying. You know, that was some sage advice I gave myself at 13 years old.
Yeah.
but it's, you know, it reigns true, right? Like, if you want love and you're capable of love, you're not the only person on earth that's capable of such a thing. Mm-hmm. You're not the only person on earth searching for this thing. It's 7 billion people on the earth. But you have to be open and open to receive, because if you're closed off, you're never going to get what you want. It's impossible. You're not going to get it. You know what I'm saying? You're closed off, you're walled off, and you keep wondering why your relationships and these interactions that you're running into aren't working out. It's because you are not either you're not selecting the right individual because you're afraid of something real. You know what I'm saying? So you pick duds because you're not afraid of a dud. You know what I'm saying? But something that's real, somebody that's real, he or she for that matter, you're afraid of them because you're afraid to feel, you're afraid to be open, you're afraid to have something or someone who's serious because you think that it's only a matter of time before they break my heart. You know what I mean? And like, you never find love that way. You'll never find what you're looking for. What was your point? I know y'all saw your eyes.
Well, I feel like I do agree with some of what you're saying, but I feel like people are also afraid to meet themselves. You know what I mean? Like they're afraid to confront certain things about themselves. And that's what makes them afraid of, or not necessarily afraid, but it prevents them from finding a healthy relationship or a partner, even just someone that they would consider being with, because it takes a lot of work. I feel like love can be simple, but it is a little complex because of the fact that, you know, when you're a kid, you have that one experience and you still have so much like optimism, you know what I mean? You're still hopeful. You still have that. But when you're someone who, like my age group, you know, right now, especially how people date, like with apps and the internet, you get tired quickly. Mm-hmm. You know, after a while, you have so many experiences with so many people, and even just a simple interaction of having to open up again, meet another person again, go through the usuals. Oh, well, what do you do? Who are you? What do you like? This and that. And then it just doesn't blossom or go anywhere. That becomes exhausting for a while. And that in itself is also heartbreak, I think, because it may not be like as emotionally heavy as like being in a relationship with someone, it not working out and then just breaking apart. But that is also, in a way, it's exhausting. And I think that's something that people have a hard time with, because like how many times do you want to do that? You know what I mean? Like how many times do you want to keep trying and to a point where I think this is what happens. You try and try and try, and then you realize, okay, like I'm gonna just chill with myself. Like, let me just get to know me. Let me just, like, this time that I'm spending trying to find that one person, let me find me first. And I feel like that's something that happens a lot right now. From what I've noticed, at least in my own experience, like I think that's why people have like this isolation mindset. They kind of just want to do their own thing, but now you have to ask yourself, is this healthy or is this toxic? Because in the same sense, like we talk about this all the time, isolation is not healthy. Like you don't want to rob yourself of having those opportunities again. You don't want to like exclude yourself to the point where now being with other people makes you uncomfortable. Like you can learn a lot from other folks. You can learn a lot, even with people that you don't think have anything to offer you. Like you learn through those experiences. But
let me ask you a question.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, it's conversation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So then what changes when you decide to just focus on yourself and then you meet somebody? Like, what is that? Because I don't want to use the word challenge, but I'll play devil's advocate, so to speak.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You say, well, it's complex because you're trying and trying, you're not getting the results that you're looking for, and after a while, you usually get exhausted. I get that. But then I've heard time and time again. Then you just say, man, I'm gonna stop trying. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna focus on myself. And all of a sudden, someone comes along, and that's when like, oh, it happens. So then the question is, what is that? Why is it that when you stop trying so hard, that things seem to work out?
I feel like what you remove is this unrealistic expectation. Like, I find that when people are their most happy when finding a relationship, it's because it happened organically. It did not feel like someone was like playing a role or pretending to be someone they're not, or even felt some sort of pressure. It happened organically. It happened on its own. It was natural. And I feel like that's something people people enjoy. Like you can kind of tell they're really lighthearted when they speak on their relationships because they're like, oh yeah, like this and that, you know.
It's simple.
Yes, it is simple. You're funny, Hamilton. You are funny. What I was speaking was complex is the process in order to get there.
I get you. No, I'm just not. I do get what you're saying. I'm not. I do get exactly what you're saying. But the point that I'm making is that in that process, the reason why it works that way is because you stop like thinking so hard and you stop trying so hard and you just relax and then let it become simple. Listen, it really is that simple. You meet somebody, you be yourself, you be honest, you be open. That person reciprocates that openness, and then so you're like, I'm not looking for anything. That's cool. So then it gives you the opportunity to just see what kind of energy they're coming with.
Yeah.
And if they're coming with sincere energy, you be like, oh, I enjoy this person's company. They make me smile and make me like laugh and stuff like that. I like the way they think this way. I notice these little small, simple things about them that just kind of make me like, I like them.
Yeah.
Like it, and like I said, like it's really that simple. Like, and for people, number one, you got to be brave enough to keep trying. You can't quit just because things didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, and I'm gonna be a little rough when I say this, but like, you know, it's cowardice to just cop out because you do want a relationship.
Yeah, no, that's true.
You're being a coward. You know what I'm saying? Because you're afraid and you're tired and you're disappointed, so you want to just quit. But like, don't quit. But you have to arm yourself with the proper mentality, and that's why I'm saying it's simple. Listen, you can be 50 years old. It's the same. It's the same way that people that are widows and they 60 years old and their husband died or whatever, and like they can meet somebody at the nursing home and be like, Mr. Willie really make me laugh. You know what I'm saying? Or they're like, oh, so Miss Susan, you sure looking pretty today. Oh, Mr. Willie, there you go again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's simple. We talk about natural compatibility. You both are attracted to each other for really, really simple and like simple reasons. Now, I'm not saying that every situation is saying every person is attracted at the same time. I'm not saying that. But the compatibility that you're looking for is real simple. You don't need nobody, like resources are important. But like that's not the basis of a relationship. Listen, somebody that you feel like, man, they nice to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can trust them. They're honest. Like, you're trying to create these images. That's the problem.
Like they got a requirements list?
Yeah, and I'm not saying that you don't have requirements as far as who you want to deal with, but like, you're trying to create an image. That's your problem. Stop. It's real simple.
I feel like if anything, the requirements and expectations should be more placed on yourself. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that is a common theme with people. Like, when some people say, oh, I don't know why I tolerate, or I don't know why he treats me this way. I don't know why he does this to me. Okay, well, ask yourself, why am I allowing this person to treat me this way or do this to me? Why do I sit here and tolerate it, you know?
Very valid point. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this person, like, I tell my wife, I tell my wife, we were married for 22 years. I like her. Sometimes when if we getting into it or we like fussing about something or whatever, or like, I tell her, I'm like, listen, I just want you to be nice to me. I don't need, if you may be thinking in your head, I need all this stuff and I'm requiring all this. No, man. Like, I just want you to be nice to me.
Oh.
Stop with that girl stuff, man. Come on.
No, but I mean, that's simple.
It really is simple. And like I said, like most guys, that's all they really want. Just be nice to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to be his mama, but just like be nice to him. Like, care about him. Care about how he feels. Care about what he need. Like, hey man, what you need? And like girls just want to feel safe. It's really, really simple. Like look, like, care about me. You know what I'm saying? Like make me feel secure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to like get a hug sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I got stuff going on, like I know, like I can come to you and like you like care about me and you'll help me if I need help. I mean, it's really, it's like all the 6-figure stuff, all this other stuff is just, you know what I mean? Like it's like internet stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when it all boiled, like we talked about this before, you know, a woman says, oh, he makes me laugh. It's not that you got to be a comedian. What it is that you help me, you allow me to just relax.
Yeah.
You allow me, I ain't got to be nervous or concerned or like worried. I can just relax. I feel like secure, like I feel safe. That's the interpretation of the translation of I like him because he makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Because I ain't got to think when I'm here with him. I can just relax. I feel safe. I can just, like the movie Waiting to Exhale. I can exhale. You know what I'm saying? It's simple, man. It really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes people expectations, sometimes the stuff that they brought into the situation, so they're trying to gauge this new person based on the experience that they've had in the past and all this kind of mess. It complicates things. It's really not that hard. You know what I'm saying? And so we got to start trying. We've been running for a little bit.
We got to put a bow on this.
Well, not quite. You know what I'm saying? We're going to let them run for a little bit. We're going to get them ready, but we going to get the bow ready at least.
Right.
But yeah, going back to the original point, it's important that you don't allow your heartbreak and your troubles to poison any other potential situations that you have in your life. And like heartbreak doesn't have to be exclusive to just romance. I mean, heartbreak is simply just disappointment. Yeah. And you can have disappointment in every aspect of your life. One of the things I think that's also super important is to understand is that you will have heartbreak. Again. You will have disappointment.
And again, and again.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's part of life.
It is a part of life. And so I think that a wise person will learn to understand and anticipate disappointment and know how to process and deal with it. Yeah. There's not the end of the world when things don't go the way you want it to. It hurts. It's uncomfortable. It's unfortunate. It's frustrating. All those things are real because you're a human being, right? But it's not the end of the world just because something didn't go your way. You know what I mean? Like something tragic happens. Like, and it's like, it can make time, like it feel like time stop moving when certain things happen to you. I get it. I'm not trying to downplay, but you have to understand every day is not a day of tragedy and sorrow. You still gonna have good days. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be willing to like shake off your trouble and not waste all the good days that you have left. It's so important, man. Like I didn't get this promotion, so then like I'm not gonna try no more. Yeah. Man, listen, man, like every opportunity that you go for is not gonna end in heartbreak. It's not gonna end in disappointment. Mm-hmm. But if you anticipate every situation from now on is just like it ain't gonna go my way like last time, then you're gonna be stuck in the mud. Yeah. You waste your life. And once again, like I said, usually I'm a nice guy, but I'm gonna be hard this episode. Like you're being a coward. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking right at the camera on this one. You know, you're being a coward. People like to act tough. Girls like to act tough and be like, I'm a boss B and I don't need no mans with a Z. I'm tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, be tough in this kind of stuff. Use your strength. Use that attitude to fight against disappointment. Don't let disappointment, heartbreak punk you. I tell my kids sometimes, like, don't be so quick to try to scuffle with your hands. You know what I'm saying? Fight somebody, all that kind of jazz. Prove how tough you are. Man, who cares about that mess? What is that going to solve? Like, you know, fighting some dude, you win or lose, whatever, and then it don't really accomplish anything. I say, man, the point that you need to be worried about fighting is fear. Fear is the one opponent that will punk you and bully you for your whole life. You know what I'm saying? Fight him with all the fury that you got. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't let him like take your lunch money forever. Yeah. like that's the one that you need to. That's the opponent that you need to worry about defeating. You know what I'm saying? Fear, because it put you in a prison. You know what I'm saying? And so, with disappointment, like you're copping out, running away from stuff, acting like you're tough. Stop it. Face your fears. Face your pain. Face your trauma. Head on, scrap them, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Put them down on the ground, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what and the reason why how you overcome is by now allowing it to stop you from moving forward in your life. You know what I mean? Like bow up, handle your business. Don't be a coward. You know what I'm saying? Any final thoughts?
No, I like what you said.
That's gonna be our show for today. We hope that it was helpful. I bared my soul to you and shared a very personal story
About
with
heartbreak.
but I did it because I care about you and I hope that it was a benefit to you. Once again, if you're watching and you haven't hit the subscribe button already, do so. Listen, we're on our road to 1,000. We need your help. Do that. It's important. You know what I'm saying? It'll help the algorithm say, you know what, this is important information. Let's pass it on to the next human being. You know what I mean? If you're listening, we already said from the top of the hour what to do. Do it. Go rate the show, review the show. You know what I'm saying? And then go to YouTube and subscribe. Do that. We want to leave you like we always do, hoping that you stay safe.
Stay blessed.
And please
Stay human.
human.